So over the course of the past 114 days of gameplay and over 30 hours of playtime, we've gone from this small little base entrance to this entire thing over here. It is pretty big at this point, but unfortunately today is the day that we move on and we start thinking about our AE2 expansion, especially after the fact that last episode we got access to applied energistics storage and crafting. So in preparation for... that's a little too close. So in preparation for that, I wanted to nail down our block palette and even experiment a little bit with some building. And so far, this is what we have. And I want to go through my thought process in building all of this stuff. But first, hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone 3. Mythic mode. So yes, in the last episode we got access to applied energistics, we built some of our first multi-blocks, and we got into agricraft. In between the episodes, I have been playing for a number of hours by now, and it's all kind of disconnected from each other, so let's just start somewhere. Like over here, I upgraded our solar panels to the next tier. So if you look over here, the recipe is just 4 solar panels, which we had before, and then 2 Dragon's Breath, which we did get last episode, so that was great. And this also fixes our issue of the Empowerer not being able to get enough power, because these solar panels transfer 65,000 RF per tick. And of course our Empower uses exactly that much power. Yeah, I haven't had any issues with this since the last episode. And you guys might also notice some changes. I added some chests here for batch crafting. And then our output chest is moved here to the middle, where I've been very diligent in crafting stacks and stacks and stacks of capacitors. And that's not even all of it. I've converted most of it to melodic capacitors. We have 14 melodic capacitors. And obviously because capacitors take red alloy, I did go ahead and fully passive that. So yeah, in the end we did actually end up using these ferrinum seeds, the iron seeds. When you farm these, they drop iron nuggets, which gets collected into this compacting drawer that automatically makes it into ingots. Then we're taking both of these, inserting them into Ender IO crafters. I know there is the sequential fabricator, but I don't like using these because you have to filter them, and then you also have to get this pattern validation augment thing so that it doesn't clog up. This one automatically filters itself depending on what recipe it has, and it doesn't even overflow. As you can see, we're staying at around 3 stacks of redstone and then 1 stack of iron. Oh yeah, and we also have the upgraded version as well, which is a very cheap upgrade if we ever need this to be any faster. But yeah, then I also added a drawer controller here with the item collector on it. This drawer here is only for these transfer nodes. For some reason with drawer controllers, if you try to pull out of drawers, you need to have some sort of an empty drawer in the network, or else these things just don't work. Yeah, the translocators are weird, especially in this farm that I built over here. So this is half a stack of bonsai pots, all farming spectre saplings. I looked ahead at some of the recipes, and it seems that there's a singularity for these spectre coils, which means we're going to want hundreds of thousands of these ectoplasms. So yeah, I decided to just automate it right now. But yeah, this is a really cool design where we have hopping bonsai pots that go into unlocked drawers. These have to be unlocked. And then all these drawers are actually connected to a drawer controller, which then extracts everything using an item translocator into over here. And this is our main storage. And yeah, down there I have the 2x2 drawer that's empty. So yeah, I mean, in the 5 minutes that I've been talking, we've already gathered up a lot of red alloy. Yeah, we can literally just smelt this. I added a drawer for red alloy, and also I put the grains of infinity in this drawer network because it's connected to the ME system. The enter chest is just behind it. So crafting capacitors has literally never been easier. And I think that's everything that I've done in between the episodes. So let's come back to this building over here. I'm thinking this could be the block palette. It gives it a very evil look, which I am definitely enjoying. Other than this obsidian, I don't like this obsidian. Yeah, I tried 2 different blocks here. So we have obsidian regular panels, and then over here we have shiny panels. I'm not sure which one I like more, and I'm also not sure if I'm going to keep any of them. Yeah, I just don't know if I like it that much. But yeah, the plan right now is for these walls right here. So this design that has limestone borders and then endstone in the middle. This is where we place our machines for automations and whatnot. And obviously the endstone just fills in any gaps. And then for the main walls, we have the panel endstone. Although who knows, maybe I'll switch this out with the bricks. Yeah, actually, let's see if the bricks look better on this wall. Yeah, I actually think I like that a lot better. Then I'm also really liking this stair design where we have this basalt with lively netherrack down the middle. Oh yeah, and then for the roof, what I'm thinking is that because we're gonna have so many elevation changes, I'm thinking of putting this circular basalt, which has connected textures, as an extra border on top of these basalt small bricks. Then in the middle, I have ruined marble. I really like the way that the top texture of this block looks like. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, I will be happily taking those. But for now, I think this is pretty good. So yeah, let's grab an angel block. And yeah, I think over here is a good place to start building. Yeah, I suspect this episode is not gonna have much live commentary. I'll probably just be building a lot, and then every now and then we'll come back to show the progress. So yeah, let me get started on this, and then we'll be right back. Well, we ran out of basalt, so I'm gonna go gather up some more here. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this, but all of the blocks that I'm using for building actually have mystical agriculture seeds. That's one of the reasons I chose them. Yeah, let me mine some more basalt, then I'll meet you back at the base to show the progress. Alright, so this is what we have. Okay, well, obviously I'm kidding. This is what we actually have so far. So I started building out some of the applied energistics terminal area, and I also built like the stairs that will eventually take us down to that level down there. And I did it in a way where at Y level 150, this is where all of our terminals are going to be and stuff like that. And then the rest of the base is at level 100. So there's 50 blocks in between. Although because 50 is an even number, I might lower this thing down to the ground by one, and we'll have a center between the top and bottom, which is where the ME controller is going to go. But I don't really know the details yet. I'm just kind of winging it here. You might also notice that this is a very tight corridor, so I'm probably going to move the terminals a couple blocks back. Oh, that's the last modifier. Hold up. I can make this pickaxe unbreakable. There we go. Yeah, I think we'll pull it back all the way to the end of the chunk, and then the terminals can go on this block instead. Maybe it'd look better if there is... Yeah, actually, I like that a little more. Oh, yeah, and I guess I should mention this. I think we're going to be using the obsidian. Instead of being on the roof, we'll have this as the floor. And then all of the walkways will be lively netherrack instead. Yeah, so every walkway is going to be made of the nether bricks. And then the main floor is just going to be the obsidian, which I think looks pretty decent. Alright, so I measured it, and the center of this room should be this basalt right here. Which means we kind of have to move all of this stuff by 2 blocks. So I already moved the terminals. I just have to move the obsidian here. And then from these sides, we'll go out. And this can go down a level. This is where all the CPUs and molecular assemblers will go. Yeah, honestly, I don't know. I'm just kind of winging it so far. As you can tell, the plans have definitely changed from last episode. Yeah, this center bit here is not supposed to be this big. But yeah, I don't know. I think it looks good. These gaps over here are intentional. This is where we like get to look down at the base and see all the automation going. But yeah, I probably should put like some clear glass or something. And then obviously we have a little bit of space here, which I think I'm gonna fill out with like random stuff that we only need once or twice. Oh no! That's not what I meant to do. Alright, so we're back, and I added a roof on this place, tidied up some things, removed a couple things, added even more stuff. So yeah, it's looking a lot better inside here. All we need is to have a roof on this place, or a roof that's on the inside. And I'm still not sure about the obsidian. I don't know if I want to put that on top. Yeah, I don't know if I should have obsidian as the floor and as the ceiling. And actually, speaking of which, I noticed that just a moment ago I said that netherrack is going to be used for the walkways, and then I ended up not using it, so we switched out everything here. I also missed a block there. There's still a couple things missing here and there probably. But yeah, so far it's looking pretty good, honestly. At least for that first room. Alright, so I went ahead and implemented molecular assembler tower and also the areas where our CPUs are going to be. It's actually more complete on this side, so this is a better view if we go from the right. Yeah, with this, I should be able to fit 2 molecular assembler towers. Yeah, we can have one 2x3 and then another 2x3, and this is where the towers are gonna go. I'm also just noticing how much torch spam is in here. Yeah, I really need something here to light everything up because we don't have feral flare lanterns, and the only thing that I can think of is the cave illuminator. This actually doesn't seem too bad. Maybe we'll craft a couple of these in a minute. But yeah, so far I'm really liking how it's turning out. Obviously, this building is still missing a lot of parts. We need walls, we need a roof, things like that. Just some finishing touches and some cleanup, but that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, it's already looking a lot better in here. Yeah, it feels a lot more complete. Alright, so I added a roof onto this place and it's looking much better now. Although yeah, I am still making mistakes here and there. Yeah, there's a few places where it's supposed to be symmetrical, but it's probably not. Alright, there we go. Both sides are now more or less symmetrical. And it actually looks pretty good from the top. Yeah, I've absolutely fallen in love with making roofs look like this, where it's just like different square shapes separated by some sort of a contrasting block. It looks great from the minimap, it looks great on paper, and it's incredibly flexible. So I also tried adding these frame slants here, just as a little like slope, but I'm not sure how I feel about them. Yeah, I'll keep tweaking it later on. For now, I think it looks fine though. Oh, and I don't think I talked about this area. So while the plan right now is to have a staircase coming from here all the way down to that level, I still want to have some sort of quick access. So yeah, I placed down an elevator here, and right now it doesn't work because the distance is too large, but I did change the config in open blocks. Let me show you. Yeah, it's mod specific configuration and then drop block. So I put the distance to 100 and then I enabled ignore all blocks. I just have to restart the game and it should work. But yeah, there's that. And look at that sunset, perfect timing. Alright, so I went ahead and installed the roof to this area, and I think I should extend this wall up by 1 block. Oh, but now it looks kind of weird from the inside. I'm actually liking it a lot better without a roof. Makes it feel much more open. I removed the roof out of these two as well. Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty fine. It's either that or maybe the ceiling is just not high enough. So if I like went up to here, maybe it would look better, but I don't know. Yeah, as I said, I'll keep tweaking it later. For now, I think we should move on to something else. Actually, hold on. Let me reclaim some of the blocks from this building here. Okay, so I got rid of the building here. By this point, we should start focusing on a little bit of magic. Yeah, I think for now, we will just extend this old base. Yeah, I think over here is going to be plenty of space. And I probably shouldn't be spending too much time or effort into this old base. But still, I like things to be complete, even if they are temporary. And I think for us, there's two specific mods that we need to focus on, which basically gate every other magic mod. Those two being Embers and Lordcraft, which actually I think needs the Twilight Forest. And that one needs Embers anyway, so let's get started with that. Yeah, we do have Ancient Motive Cores, and we also have Archaic Bricks already. And the quest wants us to make an Ancient Codex. Oh, this is a fancy menu. Okay. Yeah, I don't really know much about Embers, so I'm just gonna try my best here to follow the quest book. Okay, so we want a Tinker's Hammer. Then we'll want an Ember Boar, apparently. Okay, yeah, I'm waiting for some seared bricks for this mechanical core. But while that happens, let's do this Caminite brick. And also by now we can cast out some seared stone. We can then get a mechanical core and then upgrade this to the Ember Boar. Oh wait, oh, this is where the bricks come in handy. Okay. Oh, okay, we have to mark things as complete. Yeah, we've already done all of this. The Caminite, the Sulfur, these constructs which we're farming in the mob farm, and the ores. Tinker Hammer we did... Oh, this is it. This is the Ember Boar. Okay, I think I understand how it works. Yeah, we're gonna need to go somewhere with bedrock, and that's gonna be the hunting dimension. And this chunk should already be loaded, so I'm just gonna place it here. We'll place the mechanical core on top. We need an extra one of these. Okay, excuse me, do you mind? Just die. Thank you. Okay, you die. Oh! I did not hear those creepers. Great. Anyways, then we need to pipe some sort of a fuel. I think we'll go with coal for this one. Do you mind, please? I'm trying to film a video here. Okay, so we're gonna extract on brown. And I forgot to grab some coal. Hold up. Alright, so we'll place down the coal in the chest. Okay, that noise scared me, but then we should be able to just... Wow, you are loud. Okay, hold up. Can you stop? Anyways, we should be able to extract the output, and we'll just put it in an ender chest. Yeah, look at that. We have some ember shards already. This we can obviously just pipe into our drawers. We should be able to mark this as complete, and then... Yeah, we've had this. Okay, then we'll just get an ember activator. Mark that as done. And now it wants pressure refinery. Is that it? Oh, and we unlocked this chapter, so I think now we can actually use our embers. Okay, yeah, we'll get a receptor and an ember emitter. I still have no idea how these pieces play together. As I said, I'm just kind of following the quest book blindly. Yeah, all I know is that we're gonna want this glimmer crystal at some point. I just don't know when we get access to this. It seems pretty soon though. I think this melter here will unlock Dawnstone. Yeah, we need the Dawnstone quest here to unlock these other chapters, but I don't know where that is. I guess let's get the stamper next. That's what it wants here. Okay, this we already did. Oh, the quest right here is telling us how to get to Dawnstone. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna want a melter and apparently a mixer centrifuge, which is over here. There's the melter and the mixer centrifuge. We also already made Dawnstone in the past, but I think I'll just batch craft some more of that in our smeltery. We don't even need the ember stuff to make it. So we'll mark that as completed. And we should have unlocked metallurgic constructs and brewing. And this is the part where we actually start setting up all these things. Oh, and I think I'm gonna need multiple of these ember receptors. Let's get like 5 of them. Okay, so we'll place down the activator here. And I think an emitter like that. Then for every single machine, we'll want a receptor like that. I think I figured it out a little bit. So I switched out our activator with the pressure refinery. I think this gives us more ember per shard that we put in there. And I put a nuclear craft infinite water source down there because it auto outputs. But yeah, then I also crafted this exchange table, beam cannon, and alchemy pedestal. And I have no idea how any of these work. Probably hook them up like that. I don't know. Okay, I think I understand it now. So if we place a beam cannon like that, then an ember receptor, we'll go ember receptor and then ember emitter. Does it maybe come out of the bottom? Oh, it's regular right click, not shift right click. I'm stupid. We'll put a Carmenite lever. Oh, look at that. Wait, that is cool. And then I think this one also needs a redstone signal. Oh, wait, no. When it has enough ember, it will fire off a beam of pure radiant heat, apparently. But this is used to activate the exchange tablet. All right, next up, we're going to want some of these aspectuses. We should be able to make a Dawnstone aspectus. I'm going to make a couple here. Yeah, but there's other aspectuses like iron, copper, lead, silver, and antimony. But the recipe is 2 gunpowder, 1 quartz in the middle, and then 2 ember shards on the side. That's where the aspectus goes, I think. And then next up, we're going to need some some ashes, which is again just going to be the cinder plinth. All right, so the recipe is saying that we need somewhere from 64 to 80 ashes. I'm only going to put one piece in there because I know it's going to fail. And after it fails, it should give us some sort of a waste, which will tell us how far off we were. So that way we'll just take that number, subtract 1 from it, and that should be how much ashes we need for the recipe. Yeah, you have to link the beam cannon to the exchange tablet. Okay, so I've been pumping ember into the beam cannon for about a minute now, and nothing's happening. And I think that's because the book right here says that you have to fill it with ash within the determined range of the recipe. So I don't think we can cheese it by only putting 1 ash in there. I think we have to put in the full stack right there, which is the minimum right here. Okay, so we got this alchemical waste, and it says that we're inaccurate by 3 pieces. So let's try this. I guess maybe we need a second alchemy pedestal then. Also, just to keep track of recipes, I think what I'm gonna do is rename the alchemical waste to the output item. It's been going for like 30 seconds by now. Is it ever gonna finish? Yeah, the second alchemy pedestal might need an aspectus as well. Yeah, but anyways, we now have the Twilight Forest, which means we should be able to get into Lordcraft. Oh, and it even gives you a block of simple crystals here. I really hope I have an extra waypoint. Yeah, there we go. Alright, here we are in the Twilight Forest. Oh, and we can't even fly here. That sucks. Wait, we could have gone here for lily pads. Anyways, we're really only here so that we can go mining for these simple crystals. But I think we need to find live root, torchberries as well. I do think this is important for something. Oh, here's some roots. Yeah, there's 11 pieces. And I think we can use this with the phytogenic insulator to get live root. Oh, and these green ones should actually like straight up be roots without any extra processing. I think I have to mine them by hand without silk touch. Yeah, I'm also looking for the simpler crystal ore, but I don't really seem to be having any luck. Maybe I need to go deeper. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting the fact that my pickaxe is unbreakable, so I can just vein mine and try and find some ores that way. Oh, there we go. I guess they spawn in this Y level, so I'm gonna keep digging around here. Okay, so while I couldn't find any more simple crystals, I did find a bunch of roots here. Although I had a look around in the minimap and I saw this giant hill over here, and I believe these are actually hollow on the inside, and they contain a bunch of ores. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, they are absolutely infested with mobs though, but oh yeah, we have some simple crystals right here. And there's also a bunch of exposed roots here that I'm definitely gonna be grabbing. Okay, yeah, if you're still at this stage of the game, definitely find yourself a hollow hill. Look at how many simple crystals we got, how many roots. Now I just need to find back my waystone. I completely forgot where I put that thing. Alright, so I checked out the inscription tile recipe, and it seems that we need some skystone for this. So I just placed down a hopper on top of our lava barrel, and then I filled it with some skystone dust. This thing we just get from sieving, so it's not that bad. And we should get some skystone out of here. Nice. We are also going to grab some roots and place them in our phytogenic insulator here. For now, I think we have enough to get started at least. I think it actually quadruples, matter of fact. Yeah, you get 4 ironwood per. That's pretty good. Alright, let's see how many we can get. 20, okay. Alright, so to start our research in Lordcraft, all we really need to do is pick one of these crystals. And I think I'm gonna go with floating crystal because this one needs nether quartz. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you start with because eventually you will unlock all of them. So that one should be air, which is over here. And then this is the part that I don't really understand. Aha, okay. We unlocked A, alright. Now we have to draw E, so I have to look at that. This is E right here, which seems to be just a line, and then 4 dots to the left. Oh, nice. Okay, and then we just need R. Yeah, there we go. We unlocked our first thing, and then I'm guessing the next one is, yeah, pretty much the same thing. Yeah, we just have to keep writing different letters. I'm guessing they spell into actual words, but I didn't really think about that too much. Oh, and by the way, once you draw a letter once, so I already learned all of these letters, you can actually just click this, and it will redraw it for you if you ever need it in a future research. Yeah, that's very nice. I just thought I'd mention that while I'm here. Alright, so we're back and we've hit a little bit of a roadblock. It's actually this quest right here that wants the arcane workbench. Yeah, this is the thing that we use to craft basically everything in Lordcraft, and this is the recipe for it. It's actually not too bad, just Carmenite and steel leaf. I actually was able to find 1 steel leaf in the hollow hill that we checked out, so maybe I'll go find another one there. But for this Carmenite, I do think we have to defeat the boss, which means we have to do the entire Twilight Forest progression. Alright, so I crafted myself one of these magic maps, which is going to show us the location of the dungeons that we need to find. All I need to do now is find the Naga area, but unfortunately the map is not actually scanning for the west side of the world. Oh, okay, I guess we don't even need the map. There we go. Yeah, this should be easy. Boom, dead. Next up we have the Lich, and there's already a tower that's showing on the map. Alright, there we go. We made it. This should be it. Yeah, nice. Alright. He's not losing his shields. I can't use the shuriken for this. After you take out the shields, it's just a one-shot kill. Okay, now we need the Minor Shroom, and I actually don't know what biome that spawns in. Maybe over here. Wait, is this it? I think it is. Oh, I can absolutely cheese this with the Staff of Traveling. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that. Oh! I think this is it, right? Okay, I just randomly found this cave spider spawner in the middle of the dungeon, which is kind of funny. Oh, this is it. Okay, I should be able to just kill him one shot. Yeah. All right, now I just need to get hungry, so I'm just gonna keep sprint jumping. Although, wait, can you hit me? There we go. Yep, now we can eat the stroganoff, and this unlocks the next thing in the Twilight Forest progression. So, next up is the Hydra, which is this way, it seems. This one might actually be a little bit challenging, because I don't think I can actually one-shot him. Let's see, can I? Oh, actually, never mind. Yeah, this is... that was easy. Well, this is taking a while. Oh, there we go. Alright, next up we need to find the Night Phantoms. Oh, what is this? Wait, we got some Arctic fur. No, we got some Yetis. And then what's up with that? Oh, Alpha Yeti, apparently. Oh, there's the Dark Knight. Awesome. And then above this should be the Urgas Tower. Wait, is this the entrance? Oh, there it is. Yeah. And then we just need to put any trophy on top of there. And now we get into the Dark Phantom lair. Dungeon thing, whatever. Okay, I think I found it. It's probably this thing right here. Yeah, I really hope it is, because I've been here for quite a while, actually. Yes, there we go. That was so easy. And that's our trophy. Now we should be able to go to the Urgas Tower. Oh, that's a cool door. Wait, can I mine this? Yeah, let's actually grab a couple of these. But let's see, we should be able to spawn the ghast somewhere. Oh, hello. Again, very easy boss fight. Oh, it's probably in this chest, yeah. Alright, so I came back to our base, cleaned up my inventory a little bit, and now we should be able to craft this. Oh, and we're missing this thing, the mana-infused dust, which seems to be cheaper in the Arcane Forge, requiring only 2 pieces of redstone instead of this recipe. Oh, but yeah, we need to make the Arcane Forge in a Arcane Workbench anyway. Alright, yeah, that's not bad. We just need to pulverize some osmium. Nice. And I'm actually going to get 2 of these Arcane Workbenches. We can also grab another dust of osmium so that we can make the mana-infused dust that we're missing for this Arcane Forge. Alright, and Lordcraft should fit neatly in this space here. I don't suspect we're going to need many blocks from it, so it's fine. We'll also get our Arcane Forge here. And we also need to get our staff. Oh, and we need this staff research so that we can actually do it. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Let's see. And now we can craft the staff crafter. And yeah, this should be everything that we need from... And yeah, this should be everything that we need from Lordcraft. Can I stop breaking that, please? Yeah, I think this is a good time to wrap up the episode. This has been a lot of progress questing-wise, and I'm super excited to finally move into the new base. Yeah, we're about to get into one of my favorite stages in any mod pack, which is where we get to automate everything. So yeah, that's gonna be really fun once we get to it, but for now though, have a great rest of your day.